he'll take it up past the 25. To the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Philip Dorsett holds it in. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Watch the shoot. Check. 61. Match box.
Tannehill on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Tannehill escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He got 29 yards that time.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 or. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Let's go.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
I got him. Ready.
They'll try to run with Carson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Here's Tannehill to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They snap it to Tannehill. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Beckham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. Past the 20. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Gordon, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
That's good for a Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, that'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly.
Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They try and run on first down, but this one's going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Gordon. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. He completes it to Bryant. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Now Gordon on first down. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So on the big tight end, Holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They run the counter. Newsom. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Complete to Dorsett. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 30 big ones. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They'll run it with Newsom. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. His pass caught at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Trubisky to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. From 4 yards out, the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Hauschka with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Tannehill. He's got Fuller. And he's corralled but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Again, Tannehill. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. And he connects with Ertz.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means...
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To try again after the sack, Tannehill. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Trubisky now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the lock.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Kaiser White. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Trubisky got Gordon open, completes it.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Tannehill.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
61, matchbox lights. Get it.
They're going to go. It's Tannehill. They've got his man complete. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. On the ground with Ripkowski. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Here's the fullback, Ripkowski. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Still just a 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. To throw is Tannehill. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20, 10, 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and...
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for two. Out of the gun, Tannehill to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Gordon. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Now it's Trubisky. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. It's complete to Fuller. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Will Fuller. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. This time the extra point up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter, and the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. A throw complete to Dorsett. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Olivier Vernon, his 2nd sack of the night. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. 4th down. Here's Trubisky. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's T.J. Carey who picked it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Newsom. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Hauschka with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Topper! Get that quarterback! And all
Hey, switch gears. Switch!
Go! Get it!
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Come on, set.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He finds his target, Beckham. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go on 4th, Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Looking here, Trubisky wants to throw it, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They go play action. Trubisky. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Travis Carey. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
64,
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by...
And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
That cost him big time. Still leading, but it cost him. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Tannehill. He completes this to Sutton. And he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw, eluding the pressure. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 25. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 25. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Trubisky. Able to get this to Gordon. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts